Welcome to Smashing Through with Rebecca.x, where we don't just talk mindset, we live it, lead it, and build from it. The space where mindset isn't motivation, it's mastery. After 400 plus episodes and years of deep recalibration, I've learned one thing. The women who change their life, they don't wait for the strategy, they shift their identity. So let's smash through the noise and rise. Shift any limiting beliefs in 10 minutes. So this is an actionable podcast episode. So grab a notebook and pen. Obviously not if you're driving, but grab a notebook and pen. And what I want you to do is dive deep into any limiting beliefs that you have, where you're questioning yourself, you don't feel like you're good enough, it's all questioning your self-belief and everything. Write them down. So on your notebook and pen or your piece of paper, write down any limiting beliefs that you have. Because what we're going to do, we're going to look at each of them. We are going to strip them apart. We are going to look objectively. We are going to then rewrite yourself a new story, reframe everything, and then move forward with the new story that you've written, which is much more positive. So we'll use an example of you don't feel as though you're good enough. So my question to you is, okay, where's that come from? Who's it come from? What's been said? What's been done? Why do you feel that way? Lots of questions, but they are loaded because there's so many answers that could be the answer to it. You have to get to the source and core of what it is. So you don't feel as though you're good enough. Why don't you feel as though you're good enough? Because someone said something to you when you were younger, because you were bullied. You didn't get the grades that you wanted to in school. Something happened in work maybe, or out and about, anything that you feel, someone said something to you. It is their thoughts, their beliefs, their words, not yours. It's just been implanted in you and you've consistently thought about it over and over and over and over and over, that now it's instilled in you and part of your mindset. So no matter what you try to create or do or be or have, you have a question mark in your brain going, but I'm not good enough. So-and-so said I'm not good enough, but I'm not good enough. And you keep repeating that over and over and over and over and over. Okay? So can you see where you find what it was? Okay, so you don't think you're good enough. You found what the source and core is. Someone said something to you. Well, why did they say that? All of these things. So you got to the source and core. Now what we're going to do, we're going to reframe it. Is it true? No, it isn't true. I wasn't good at PE in school. I then joined the army. Anywho, it's like, okay, cool, whatever. That was their thought. My PE teacher on my reports, which I still have, by the way, is like, Rebecca, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I just laugh in the face of people saying I'm not good enough, because I'm like, okay then, cool. Whatever. That's their thought, their belief, their process. It doesn't mean that you need to add meaning to it. The moment you add meaning to it, it gives it power. The moment that you keep repeating yourself over and over and over, it gives it power. So to reframe it, it's like, no, it's not true. I'm actually good at this, 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 and this. And actually, I can learn to get better at what it is. So no, it's not true. And then what you can do is you can reframe it and go, I'm damn good at this. This is amazing. This is incredible. It lights me up, fills me with joy, and I'm also a sponge because then I'm learning more and more and more and more and more. Earth School, that's what we're on. Everything is a school. It's learning. You learn every single day when you're open to it. You've got to be open to it and coachable and learn new things. Okay? Another one is, you're a horrible person. Well, why am I a horrible person? If someone said that to you, think about it. Why are you a horrible person? What? Because you set boundaries? because you said no to something they wanted to do and the answer is no, you don't want to, that doesn't make you a horrible person. Horrible person is someone who goes out and does some horrible stuff, like proper horrible stuff. You're not a horrible person. You've set boundaries, and if they want to get in a tizzy and in a mood and get stroppy about it, let them crack on. Wish them well. Off you go. Bye-bye. Snip, snip. Get rid of the, snip, snip the cords connecting you both together. That's fine. That's on them. Doesn't make you a horrible person just because you've set boundaries and because you've said no. And they couldn't get their own way. Doesn't make you a horrible person in any way, shape or form. Do you see how we're using the sentence of what's been said to you or what you've experienced, getting to the source and core of it, constructing it and stripping it apart and going, actually, no, I'm not. Then you can rewrite your story, a new story, a positive story. And if you can, with any of these, find evidence to the contrary of what they've said. Well, I'm a nice person. I bought this or I did this or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Some people might say, well, I'm a horrible person. Okay, then. Okay, whatever. I don't make it mean anything. Doesn't matter. 9 times out of 10, the people, are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is a mic drop moment. Okay, as I'm speaking into my Blue Yeti mic. The people who are saying or have said that you're horrible or are negative about you, once upon a time, you were nice to them. You did amazing things for them. You treated them like a king or queen. You trusted them at one point back in the day. They then chose different actions, which then the ripple effect is you've then stopped talking to them. You're not friends with them anymore. You've come away from them. You've snipped the cords. Snip, snip, off you go, bye-bye. Wish everyone well, obviously. Don't wish harm on anyone. Wish them well. But you've said no. You've said enough's enough. You've drawn the line, set the boundary, like, no, we're not doing this. That doesn't make you a horrible person. But back in the day, once upon a time, you were nice to those people. They turned nasty and horrible and did what they did. They betrayed you. They weren't loyal. Whatever it was, release and let go. Do not give any situation or any person power over your mindset. It is all about shifting your limiting belief in 10 minutes. 1, focus on one at a time. Don't have to do it all in one go. Don't have to do it all in one day. Okay? This takes time because you've probably had years of being told you're thick, fat, stupid, ugly, all of these things. And obviously over time, it accumulates and it stacks up and up and up and up and up. We need to knock that brick wall down, brick by brick by brick by brick. And we can do it one limiting belief at a time, 10 minutes per limiting belief. Okay, but it's not just a one time only. You need to keep reaffirming to yourself the new positive story that you've just written. Okay, so you've got 4 things. You write down what it is. Okay, you then find out the source and core of what it is and ask yourself the question, well, who did this? Why did they say this? Blah, 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 blah. You reframe it and change it around and find evidence of that. And then the 4th step is that you live the rest of your life and keep reprogramming your brain, your mindset with the new positive story, because you are gold. You are worth more than rubies and diamonds. You are amazing, remarkable, and incredible. You are not your past. You are a different version of yourself. So if someone goes, oh, well, I don't like her, blah, 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 I know her, da, 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 da. No, they knew you 10 years ago. They knew you 1 year ago. They knew you 4 years ago. You are a different version of yourself. You're not the same person anymore. You're not the same person. You will tolerate BS. You will tolerate negativity, toxicity. You will accept anything less than, whatever your boundaries set at. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you need to ramp up yourself in your life in order to say no to certain people, yes to others, or yes to situations or opportunities or whatever for yourself. But you need to set boundaries. I need to go, no, I'm not doing this. Enough's enough. Bye-bye. Off you go. Wish you well, but no, we're not doing this. And so all of the limiting beliefs are keeping you small. They're keeping you to the point where you keep questioning yourself, where you don't put yourself out there. You don't apply for the job or the role, or launch something in your business, or put yourself on stage, or start the podcast, or start the book, or write the book, or do anything, because you've got the limiting beliefs in the back of your head. Now, you can imagine in your mindset as the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. The angel is trying to, pull you forward and go, do your dreams, beliefs, goals, do all of these things. And the devil's keeping you small. The devil keeps whispering in your ear, you're not good enough. You'll never do it, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? We're all going to die. 2 things inevitable in life. I've said it over the past few episodes. Change is inevitable, and death. So just go out there and do it. If you want to write the book, go and write the book. If you want to launch a podcast, launch a podcast. Do whatever you want to do. Anyone who is successful at anything, anyone who's positive, will never ever drag you down. It's the ones who are kind of below you, and no one's on a pedestal, I'm not saying that, but the people who are negative, the people who aren't doing anything, the people who are jealous, the people who are all toxic, negative, all of that, they're the ones who are going to sit there whining, whinging, moaning about you and everything else, because they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you change. They don't want to see you elevate up. My advice is go for it. 100%. Go all in, 100%. You're going to die anyway. We're all going to die anyway. No one gets off this planet alive. Just go for it. Some people didn't believe. Are you ready? So I read this recently. So some people did not believe in Taylor Swift, her friends at school. Didn't believe in her. And the story that I've seen, actually, it's her being interviewed, and she shared that she was, she invited some friends to the mall to go shopping, and they all said no. So she went with the mum, and guess what? All the friends, so-called friends, are all at the mall together. Now look at Taylor Swift. And as I record this, we're in 2026. Look at Taylor Swift now. Do you know what I mean? There's so many stories like that the people who don't believe in you, the people who don't like you, the people who are blah, 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 all of this. Whatever. And it's not about fame and fortune. It's she's a nice person. Whether you believe that or not, I don't care. I believe she's a nice person. She is so talented. It's unbelievable. Okay? And if you don't like Taylor, fine. Choose somebody else. Choose someone else. Choose another actor or a friend or your mentor, whoever it is. There's people who don't like my mentors. You want to see the online rubbish that I read about some of my mentors, and I'm like, oh, shut up. Go and sort your own life out, basically. You know what I mean? Like, stop. Because you're always going to have, and I said this in my episode 478, is there's always going to be BS, there's always going to be drama, there's always going to be chaos, there's always someone who's going to be moaning about something or jealous about something, and it's like they need to work on their mindset. They need to check themselves. They need to look at themselves. And that's okay. Wish them well. That's okay. But that does not mean they get to infiltrate you and your beliefs any longer. So any limiting belief that you've got, know that you can release and let go of it in 10 minutes, but you need to keep consistently doing the work of reminding you of the new story yourself. Choose that, choose that, choose that every single day. Okay? So know that if you need any guided journals, courses, anything else, anything to do with mindset, personal development, is on my website, Rebecca.x. You've got this. You really, really have. Step into the power of you. Release and let go and heal from all of the past experiences and the past limiting beliefs that you have, because they're stopping you from shining brightly, and you need to shine brightly like the star that you are. I will see you on the next episode.